Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the Jeffries Network on OpenTTD. We are here in episode number 174, I believe this is. Yep, 174. And we're at Moningpool Falls, where we built this big station last time out. Liking the look of the station, I think it looks really cool. And we now have all the trains running too here, including 4 high-speed trains, or APTs. The number going through this station will increase as this episode goes on though. One quick disclaimer before we start. As per usual, I've had PC problems. I don't know whether it's been overheating or whether there was a power supply issue or something or other, but it kept shutting off while I was trying to render the last video. So I've got the case open in front of me right now. So if you hear a grinding noise and then a scream of pain, it's because I've accidentally stuck my foot in the cooling fan. Hopefully that doesn't happen. I have done that once before with my hand and it was incredibly painful. So I did learn my lesson on that one. Anyway, coastal. That's what we're doing today. We're continuing work on the coastal route. So, I'm actually going to do a lot of this as a live build. Originally I was going to do it as a time-lapse. I think even last episode I said about it being a bit of a time-lapse. But actually, sometimes it's fun just to be able to build live on camera and be able to talk to you guys whilst I'm doing it. No conversation topics in particular today. I believe at one point someone was going to suggest some ideas to me and then they never did, so I'm not quite sure what happened with that. But I suppose I could just talk you through the plan a little bit more. So the way this is going to work is as follows. We're going to dig out a little patch here, and this is going to go into a straight tunnel which is going to come out again over, let's see, probably around here. Yep. Hey, I actually got it to line up for once. It's a nice change. Now, I personally have never been along the Great Western Main Line, down on the Cornish coast and the Devon coast, down near Dawlish and places like that. It's a place I've always wanted to go and see, because I know how nice it looks. I've seen it on video. I've never actually seen it in person though. This whole coastal route here, I'm going to try and do that kind of thing. So there'll be tunnels. The track will run very close to the cliff edge, if you can count this as a cliff edge, and it will link up with all the towns along this side. The southern coastal route is a little bit different, as you've already seen. The north coastal route, though, is going to be very... this isn't going to be built for high-speed running, let's say. It's going to be more in line with slower-moving trains. Maybe not slower-moving trains, but slower track speeds, I think would be the best way of putting it. Now I can already hear gears grinding in my my desktop, which is never a good sign. Hopefully it holds out. But you can already see this is where the two lines are going to converge. Purely by coincidence, actually, I built this bit near to where it needed to be. But I always like happy coincidences like that. Wish they'd happen more often, but there you go. Right, connect you up, and this is now connected up to Moningpool Falls. Now this part here, there's obviously going to be a station at Bedtown, and then the tracks are going to converge. And when I say converge, it's going to be a really weird looking junction. What I mean is, this one is going to tuck in like that, this one's going to tuck in like that, but then we're also going to have an extra little crossover like so. So you can see what I mean about it. It's a little bit on the weird side. There's going to be a signal there, and there's going to be a bit of single track running whilst the trains get themselves sorted out. Hopefully though, it won't be too damaging to the time frame of the trains actually running. And at this point here, we go right up against the coast, or fairly close. Let's say there. And now it's going to run across and along like this. There we go. Now how long is this route? Quite long. Not many stations though. That's one thing to remember about the coastal route. Not many towns. We might add to that in the future, we might not, I don't know yet. I suppose it'd be quite nice if we had a few more towns. But I'm going to keep the track as close to the edge here as I can, and then I'm also going to raise the land right up to where the track runs, just so we really get that authentic edge of the cliff kind of feel. Some of Brunel's finest work, in my opinion, that little bit of track along the coast. Considering it was Victorian times, technology wasn't that great in terms of being able to build railway lines anyway, never mind on embankments, and in this case built jutting out into the sea. It really is a remarkable piece of engineering that they managed to build it, and it lasted for such a long time as well. It's only within the last few years that it's actually started to fail. There was the wall collapse at Dawlish a couple of years ago. I'm trying to remember exactly how long ago it was now. It's one of these ones where you think it's quite recent and then you actually find out it was like 5 years ago. But that's the first real sign of the seawall failing. And even then it was adverse weather conditions that caused it to happen. So it went well outside of its design tolerances and still managed to withhold for a certain amount of time before it finally gave up the ghost. That is something to be quite impressed with, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a commuter on that line when it was out of action, but the fact that it lasted so long before it finally went is quite an achievement. And that's because it was well designed. Something that Brunel was actually guilty of in his lifetime was over-designing things. If anyone's ever been to the Clifton Suspension Bridge just outside Bristol, you'll see that there's, on one side of the bridge, there's this huge sort of anchoring tower that connects to the bank, and on the other side there isn't one. Brunel thought that the side where the tower was needed a tower because the land wasn't stable enough, the land wasn't strong enough. But they actually did some tests not that long ago and found out that it didn't need that tower after all, so he over-designed it. What that means is it can last a lot longer than, you know, a normal bridge in that position. Brunel actually won a competition in order to get that bridge built, and he wasn't the original winner. I think they held the competition twice before they finally got that design as the chosen one. And I think Thomas Telford had a similar situation like that as well. Is it Thomas Telford I'm thinking of? I think it was him. The bridge across the Menai Straits. Let's find out. Do a quick search. But that's how bridges used to be built back then. It's kind of still done that way, but it's an invitation to tender rather than a competition, as it were. But that's how some of these engineers got their designs built. Stevenson, as well, both Stevensons, entered competitions with their designs. And we all know about the Rainham trials and how that was a competition to decide what engines, what steam locomotives should be used to pull trains on the Liverpool to Manchester Railway. And Stevenson wasn't expected to win it with Rocket, entered it anyway, and did win it. So there you go. It's just one of those things, I suppose. Right, I definitely want to lift all this up. I have like a rocky outcrop that the track has to go around. In fact, it doesn't have to go around it, it has to go under it. There we go. Lift all this up. This is basically what I'm going to be doing once I've built the track as well, is just going around and lifting up land around it to make it like this. There we are. River, we will lower the land down here. Like that. And we'll stick the track on a bridge going over the top. Let's see, might as well do the girder. It means we can use higher line speeds if we do decide to in the future. I mean, the APTs can still get some speed down this section. It's sort of the 125s and the 225s that are going to be a little bit held up here, shall we say. How far away are we now? One more town, two more towns. So we're getting close. We are getting close. It's just a long gap between them, that's why it feels like such a long way. Alright, at this point it's going to cut inside a little bit more again. And run along here. Again, we'll bridge over this at some point. If I lower all this down like that, there we go. You to there, you to there. And we'll definitely get rid of this patch of water because we might as well connect it all up if we're going to be doing that. You across like that. We might as well use the fancy bridge for this. I believe I can keep going on a straight line here. Yes, I can. Look at that. Nice. And then to there. And then along like this. I kind of wish there was an easier way of building tracks. I know that there is this one, which allows you to, if you clear your route out the way first, it allows you to just build straight along. My problem with this track tool is you then have to go and replicate it for double track, which can be a bit of a pain. But then again, I'll try it for this section, because people have suggested that I use it. So, you never know, it might be worth it in the end. Right, along like this, down like this, along here. We need to go right the way up here now because we have to go through this gap to here, back down to the coast. Have to go around this way by the looks of things. Up this way, along like this. How close can I get it? To there, I think. And then down, along. Might as well keep going along. Like that, through that gap. To there. And then down. Yeah, at this point I'll just go straight along. I'll sort that land out in a second. Like this. And then up this way, and then the station is going to be built in this gap here. So I'll just do it to there. Right. Sort the land out here. And then we can start building in the other direction. Across like this, and then up and along like this. Whilst I'm doing this, let's have a quick look at Telford. I might be looking. Oh no, bridge is designed by Telford. There we go. Waterloo Bridge. He was very much a bridge man. There, the Menai Suspension Bridge. That's the one I was thinking of. I think I might have mentioned this before in my videos. Brunel is my favourite designer. When I used to be... sorry, an engineer, not designer. When I used to want to be an engineer, and to be honest I still do want to be an engineer, but it's going to be a bit of a roundabout way of getting there by the looks of things. But Brunel was my inspiration. Just the fact that he and his dad, Mark Brunel, did so many things that had never been done before. I've talked about the Thames Tunnel before in these videos, but also things like the SS Great Britain was the first I think it was the first propeller-driven cross-Atlantic ship. Might have also been the first with an iron hull, thinking about it, which is a huge achievement. I mean, the Great Western Railway was the first long-distance intercity railway between London and Birmingham and London and Bristol. And to be honest, it's been such a long time since I talked about Brunel and thought about Brunel, and I feel bad for saying this, but I mean, I used to be able to rack off his achievements by memory. These days I do struggle to remember them, which is not very good, really, considering I am a huge fan of his. But there you go. He was a great person, though. Like, he never said die. He had a stroke on board the SS Great Eastern, which was sort of his pinnacle ship at the time. It was the biggest and the fastest he'd built. And even when he was in bed ill, he still kept on working, still kept on designing. He was always asking how the Great Eastern was doing and trying to improve upon his designs. That famous picture of him taken in front of the chains, that was not long before that actually happened. And he still kept going. He never stopped. I think that's something that must be highly admired about him. Anyway, we've finished our coastal route, or at least the first part of the coastal route. The actual route itself is a lot longer than this. This is just the northern section going all the way up to the very northwest corner of the map. We are going further to the south. Let me just, someone's just texted me. Right, apologies for that. Couldn't ignore that one, unfortunately. So yeah, this is right up, way up to the northwest corner of the map. I will do more of this. I'll probably do some of this off camera as well. But all of this is going to be lifted up. All this land here is going to be lifted and actually made to look like an obstacle course. So it doesn't just look like whoever designed this was drunk. So up here we're going to have, I'd say, a modest-sized station. We're not going to go overboard, per se. I would quite like to have a station building of some kind. What have we got on offer? We got the long roof of Utrecht, but we've used that one before. We've also got the big glass roof of Den Haag, but again we've used that before. Amsterdam. I mean, this is the same as what we've got at St. Michael, and this is part of the same route that goes to St. Michael, so that kind of works. We could use that. Yeah, we might as well. Buffer stops. Like that, perhaps. I think I need that one at the end. And I need that one in the middle. So we are going to go with this weird glass roof design with the old building at the back. Hopefully that works out. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Island stations, we want this one. Oh no, we don't want that one. We want this one. Yeah. Although we'll go with some eye candy. Four, 5, 6, 7. I think 7's going to be long enough. Like that. So actually we want this one at the end, and then we want this one, and then we want that one, and then here we want this one. Like that. So I did call it a modest station at the start. It's not looking so modest now. But there you go. We might put a little extension on the other side here for suburban traffic as well. But this is going to be our station design. I'm quite happy with it. It's not the worst I've ever built. It's not the best. It's not the worst. I have to do that. Do that. Where's the signal? There. So it's quite close actually. Connect this up, and then we'll just connect all these up for now. We won't put the other line in yet because we don't need to worry about it. We will, however, put the crossovers in because that's always something worth remembering where they actually go. Like that. Alright, we'll put the lines in. There we go. And then do that. Actually, we don't need to do that. We'll do that. Because you're not going to go into this far platform from the coastal line anyway, so there's no point at all in trying. Right, we'll do that, and we'll do that, and we'll do that. That should do it. And then signal-wise, it's there, isn't it? So, well, yeah, we could put one there. And I'll sort the rest of the signalling out afterwards. Okay. So now we can actually start running trains into here if we want to. I think what I will do is a little extension here. Just a couple of tiles. Just for an extra 2 platforms. Because you never know. They won't be undercover though. One there. One there. Does that work? Yeah. Kind of works, I suppose. Yeah, it works. It's fine. Single-sided. So what's that? 2, 3... signs. Where's the sign without the... there it is. 4. And then some shelters, 5, 6. This will be for slow trains. There we go. And it's going to be for coastal trains only as well. Something worth remembering. Connect, connect. Done. Right. Let's build the rest of the stations on this little bit of line, shall we? We won't worry about decorating these ones. At some point, I might do it on camera as a big time lapse, I might not. But at some point I will go through and actually make all these stations look nice. Just not today. It's easier just to build them like this, get the trains running, and then in the future you can start worrying about, do they look nice? Imagine this could be a weird section of line, because you're right up against the coast, and then suddenly you're inland and the town is between you and the coast, and then you're right up against the coast again. It's one of those funny ones. It's 2 towns actually where you're between them. Right, here. Island platforms. We're just going to do this nice and simply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Forgot how to count then. That's awkward. Like that and like that. Okay, now we need to start programming signals. You are deny if next order is then allow. And this one you're going to copy from there, except you are going to be if next order is this, and you are going to be if next order is this. Yeah. So I imagine all trains that stop here that carry on this way will then stop here as well. So I might actually make this station 1 tile longer and make the ATP stop here as well. Because I didn't originally, but I might do this time. We'll see. Otherwise, it's all the way down this way. So which one is it? Fluetown. Yeah, you're Fluetown North, except you're not. You're just Fluetown now. Or if next order is, and then where is it? There. Okie dokie. Get rid of that. All of this is signaled, which is good. Back all the way up here. Okay. So this one and this one, you share with that one. Deny. No, not deny. Deny. There we go. If entry direction is from the back, then if next order is here, then allow. Like so. Let's pin that and pin that. This one and this one, you're going to copy from that. You're going to share with that. Oops, wrong one. You're going to share with that. And then this is going to be all the way down to here. Like that. And then the rest are all going to just be deny for now. Because these are going to be going to GSG. And it's kind of weird to think that we're now at a situation where there are trains flying from here to GSG. Deny. Good. This is where all the lines start to meet up and mix together, and it all gets a little bit like an actual network and not just feeling like a network. Right, build North Coastal Line to top corner. Done. Run trains from GSMI up North Coastal. Now, I've put GSMI. I'm not actually going to run trains from GSMI up the North Coastal in terms of suburban. I am going to get some more APTs to do that route though. And these ATPs are also not going to stop. Or maybe they will actually. But I kind of want to start doing staggered patterns as well. Oh, I need to do this as well. That's the other thing. That's not smart. Pin that, pin that. I need to extend this platform by 1. So that one like that, and then take this one back, and that one like that. There we go. Stick you there. Like that. You copy from there. Okay, you haven't got orders. Maybe I don't need to worry about that. Get rid of that, that, and that. Grab this, island platforms. There and there. Okay, do I need to do these? Yes, I do. Great. Okay. First of all, you, and you reset those. Which one's that one? Okay, so you share with that one, you share with that one, you share with that one. Deny. If entry direction is from the front, then allow. That one's nice and simple. Okie dokie. And now we've got to do this one and this one. So you copy. Wait, hang on. Gotta make sure you're getting the right way around. So you copy from that one. You copy from that one. Done. And then fast, slow, reset, reset, fast, slow. Right, next order is here. Next order is here. I feel like this needs a which one is it? It's that one. Yeah, this needs a train order entry from the back. if max speed, oops, max speed is that one, 110, then allow. And then this one, if entry direction is from the back, need to change this one as well. That's something I keep forgetting to do, is change that from front to back. Also this needs to be next order. You are that one, so your next order is here. Right, you are next order here. And then if max speed, that one, 110, then allow. Done. Save the game. Whoops. Last thing I want to do is lose all that, and because my PC's been playing up, I'm just going to do a quick cut here, and we'll be back in just a second. And just like that, we are back. Means we don't lose any of all the work that we've done so far. Right. Problems. We have some. This seems to be one of them. Why is this wrong? Where are you supposed to be going? Moningpool Falls. Okie dokie. Oh, I know what's happened. You unshare, or if next order is there. Done. Grab this, make sure it's re-autofilling. And actually, whilst we're back over at GSMI, I'm going to show you the problem that I've had and see if anyone can help me fix it. So there's two ways of fixing this problem, I hope. One is just to leave it be. The other one is to do some rejigging with signals. But basically, first of all, that's now yellow. I guess that's the livery thing that I changed. It's a bit weird. I'm not 100% keen on it, but there you go. Here's the problem. So, all 4 tracks here are full. This train wants to go into one of these tracks. These, I have set them for unsafe waiting position. There. And yet, there she waits. How do you set up a safe waiting position? I would assume you just put it in. So I've got here unsafe waiting position or cancel unsafe waiting position. Well, I don't want to cancel it, I want to create it. So what do I do? Anyone have any ideas? I would appreciate that. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Right now we are going to worry about trains. So the first one I want to do is North Coastal to probably over here, Wenfingfield. Give or take. Yeah, Wenfingfield, why not? Into the middle platform. Oh, into the terminus platforms here, I should say. This one and this one. Yeah, cool. Let's do that. So to start that, we need to build a depot somewhere. And this is where I'm starting to regret putting the freight terminal here, because now I don't have anywhere to build a depot. Although that being said, we are going to have a location up here. So we might as well build it up here. See if I can fit one in this gap here. That would be kind of cool. Like this. I need... Let's go with the actual sheds this time. Why the hell not? So you need to go like that. And then straight out like this. Duh, duh. Actually, that's not going to work. No, it's going to work. It is going to work. It is going to work. We'll make it work. Make it one wider. Like that. Okay. So we're going to put the shed in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Not there. 4, 5, and then this one at the end. No, this one at the end. 6. And then this will come all the way along like this. Yeah, I didn't look 6 long for some reason. Like that. And then I'll put something here as well just to make it look nice. Decorate it with something. Or just that. And then put something like a buffer stop or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, signal there, signal there, signal there. Perfect. I also need to then set this up. Or if next order is here. Done. Right. Grab ourselves a train. Now this is coastal, it's not part of the Western Reaches. I forgot the name of it then. So we're not going to use double-decker trains here. I don't think we still have any available to us though, which is a bit of a pain. Certainly doesn't look like it. I fancy using some Challengers along here. We are going to have cross-country running across here at some stage. Also noticed for some reason the eastern trains carry 72 people more than the western, so that must be to do with configuration of carriages. Because the axle, the ton axle load is the same. Who knows? Anyway, we're not using them either. The super sprinters and stuff we will start using in time as well. Right now I might just go up here with the bog standard EMUs that we've been using in the past. So probably this one. It's nice and easy. Yeah, it's nice and easy. See, that's not right. Class 91s aren't configured like that. Not right at all. No, I will use the EMUs. I do want to use loco hauled stock at some point as well, for realism's sake, but not right now. Yeah, let's do that, and then do that, and that's our train. So it's 5 cars instead of, it's 5 tiles instead of 6, but that's fine. That's no problem. Right. Here, 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 here. You are not called Sunnington Hotel, you are just Sunnington. Okay. And then from here, we need some waypoints. Let's see. There and there look good. So we'll do this. Okay, and then all the way down to here. And then all the way down to here. And then here. So there aren't many stations on this section of the route, but they're just as important as all the other ones. There certainly aren't as many stations as there are within Guard City, where it's all crammed close together, just as you would expect in real life as well. Okay. Now from here I think we're just going to use the slow. Oh, we have no choice but to anyway. That's fine. And then we start stopping at all of these stations. All these trains will go away eventually. They're all piled up at the moment because of that little hiccup we had with the signal. Right, all the way along here. and here. You can see what I mean by these stations are a long way apart. This line is being built for speed. Exactly what I was saying in the last episode. It's not built for commuter travel as such. It's built purely for speed. Alright, you're going to go there, and then you're going to go there, and then you're going to go there. Like that. And that's the end of the journey. So this is going to be far end no loading. You are going to be service. And this one here is no loading, no unloading. Just like that. Okay. Let's get this done. First of all, let's do the wait times. 250. Except for this one, which is going to be 2500. This one is going to be 750. At Renfingfield. It is Wenfingfield. I saw an R for a second. I'm sure I saw an R. We're actually going to stop for 1000 here. A long layover. And then back here at Sunnington, 500. Alright, that's the easy bit done. Now we're going to go and do 90. No, 100. 100, why not? Top speed 100. Actually no, that's stupid. Top speed 75. Might as well do the train speed. Why not? Right, you are going to be 15. And then coming out of Sunnington, you're going to be 30. No, not 7,530, just 30. At Renfingfield here, you're going to slow right down to... Okay, I don't want to do 15. I think that's way too slow. 25 maybe. And then 45 leaving. I don't know, something like that. And then here you slow right down to 15 again. And then 15 here as well. And then 10 here. Right, any I've missed out? I suppose we should do the speed limits coming through Munningpool Falls as well. So this waypoint here, it's going to slow down to 30. And then out of Munningpool Falls, it's also going to be 30. And then on the way back, there, 30. And there, 30. I think that's everything. This line down here should be capable of taking 75 miles per hour. Even these crossovers really should be able to do 75. I'll be amazed if, like in real life, if they weren't built for 75 mile an hour running, then what's the point in having them in the first place? Besides that, we're going to go... See, again, I think we should start splitting these up a little bit more. So we'll do Western Reaches as this line. We want the APT, you're part of Western Reaches. Okay. You are part of Western Reaches. I feel like there's another one. Well, I suppose there's the one we're yet to put in. So you're stopping. You are an EMU. And you go from... okay, that is where we need to... WRW is the code for Renfingfield Western. I'm going to try and create independent, unique 3-character references for all of my stations. So this is Sunningford. There. Where are you? There you are. You're currently part of the Western Reaches route. I might move it around in the future. Whilst we're here, we might as well do Great Western as well. And that will be from GSJ. No, GSP, sorry, not GSJ. U and GSP. Couldn't find it for a second. GSP. There we go. Alright. That's set to autofill. The final one to do is the APTs. Running from GSMI. Here. Now remember which one it was now. I think it was this one we used, wasn't it? Maybe not. Which one did we use? That one. That's the one. Yeah. Okay. Pin U. Drag you there. Pin U. Drag you there. Right. You go here, obviously. And then you go that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. So far so good. You then go via these two. You then go via these two. I've got extra waypoints here now for dispatching the trains, just so they speed up and slow down a little bit more realistically, rather than go from 100 to 15 in the space of a tile, because that would be very uncomfortable, I imagine. Right, and then you speed along. Now, at some point, I would quite like to have some trains stop here. But, I mean, we're going to have, like, Express, Super Express, and, I don't know, Super Duper Express, something like that. Kind of following how Virgin run their trains. They don't all stop at all different places. They have very sporadic, I think would be the correct term. Obviously they're stopping where they're needed, otherwise they wouldn't stop there. But you got trains, like some trains stop only at Preston on the way to Glasgow. Some trains stop at Crewe, Manchester. In fact, the ones that stop in Manchester terminate, so they can't go to Glasgow from Manchester. But some stop at Crewe, some stop at Birmingham, some stop at Milton Keynes, Stockport, all those kinds of places. And it looks very random when you look at their map, which services stop where. For example, I got a train once from Milton Keynes Central to Crewe, and it was a Virgin Trains service, and I had a look at their stopping map recently, and it took me about 4 or 5 goes to try and find which train it was I was on that made that stop, because either they've changed the timetable since I made that journey, or I just couldn't find it to start with. I did find it in the end. It's one that sort of, it sticks out to the left slightly and then curves back round. I think it was a Chester train that I ended up getting on. When you look at it on the map, there's only one train that stops at both Milton Keynes and Crewe, and it actually goes off to the left hand side of the map and then back up again. And I don't remember going through half of the stations that it claimed it did, because it was non-stop from Milton Keynes to Crewe, yet on their map it stops at 4 or 5 other stations. So I don't actually know how I ended up in Crewe, but I did. I got there, so it must have worked. Who knows? Anyway, let's focus on getting this done, shall we? Instead of talking about a train journey that happened 4.5 years ago now, I believe it was. Yeah, long time ago. Right, I think that's going to be the only stop. I think. Hopefully I haven't messed this up. One thing I have done that's messed this up though, I bet, is these signals now need to go to there. And same with this one, you need to go to there as well. I think I might need to put max speed on these ones. Train is entering from back. If max speed is greater than so that one, no wait, yeah, greater than 100. No, 110, I think. No, 115, I think is the number we're using for Western reaches. Then, move that a second. If next order is here, then allow. And I think I need to do the same thing with these two as well. So I need to remove that. I need to remove that. If max speed is less than or equal to 110, then if next order is this one first, or if next order is this one, then allow. Done. Okay. So you are no loading, no unloading. This one here is no loading. You are service. In terms of stopping, it's 500 except for this one, which is 5,000. This one, which is 1,000. This one, which is 250, because it shares the main line. This one, which is also 1,000. Apologies if you can hear the dogs next door. If only it was legal to own a tranquil... No, I better not say that out loud, actually. Better not say that out loud. Anyway. U750. Okay. Now for speed limits. Now it's not just a case of all trains go the same speed, or set them all to the same speed and then change them individually, because not all the whole route is going to be the same speed anyway. So from Guard City Train Care out is 15 miles an hour, I believe. Let's corroborate that with U. So I'm going to stick U up here. Just close that. Oh, bugger. Hang on. Let's not close that. Let's move that along. Right. Open this. I've got an itch in my foot and I nearly stuck it in the cooling fan. Not good. Okay. So 15, yep, then 45. Yep, and then 15 again into St. Michael. Okie dokie. And then it's 45. Then it's 60. Then it's 75. And then it's 100. I do like that, the way it slowly speeds up. And then once you get to here, it's 160. Into here, where it drops down to 100 again to stop. And 100 here as well. Back up to 160. Now here it's going to drop to 75 to go into this platform, because it needs to go over a lot of crossovers. And it's going to stay at 75 right up until... Actually from there it might hit 100 again. But then here it's going to be... Yeah, here's going to be 100 too. Actually think about it. It can lean. And then it's 15 into the station. Coming out of the station, 45 let's say. Back up to here where it hits 100. And then here it's going to be 100 again, I suppose. I've got 100 at the top, so I might as well have 100 at the bottom on the way back. But then this is going to be 75 again. 75, 75. And then it reaches this waypoint. It's going to shoot up to 160. Down to 100 for Western. like so, and then back to 160. Right, now here's where it starts. So GSMI release, it drops to 100 from 156, and then it drops to 70, then 45, and then 15 to go into the platforms at GSMI. Nice slow deceleration, nice and smooth. And then out of GSMI it hits 30, then 45, then 15, and then 10. Autofill. Get rid of you. Open this up. Right. EX APT GSMI to, what was it we went with in the end? SUN. And you are 14 carriages. Where is it? There. You are part of Western Reaches. You are part of that one. This, I forgot to put the number of carriages, which is 10. And there we go. We're ready to go. Start you, start you. And that is it for this episode as well, guys. We have done everything. We have built the line and we have started the trains. So next time, which is Friday, because today's Wednesday, I'm going to be building this northwest main line. And we're going to be following the valley all the way along here, and connecting up at Flame Junction. And then we're going to start actually having some proper trains running on this main line and not just using the DC line. And the majority of these trains, because of the way we've got the line set up here, are actually going to be running through GSG and down this way too. So we're probably going to end up with trains running from up here all the way down to Fort Flunwood via this big mess of a station here as well. So where's Fort Flunwood? All the way down here. So it's quite a long route when you think about it. Fort Flunwood is here, and we're running all the way to up here. But I think we've got the trains that can do it. It's a hell of a lot further, I imagine, than the Thameslink route, but it's going to be the same basis as a Thameslink route. So we'll make it work. That's the main thing. We will make it work. But that is for Friday's episode, guys. As for today, we are finished. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series. Drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.